hello, hello.
What's happening? It's Wednesday.
Hump day.
Hump day.
I really need to probably get a new Wednesday
Meme.
Yeah.
Life meme. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Holy shit, it's Wednesday. It's a short week, though, so it should be good, right?
Well, but I feel like sometimes when it's a short week, you're
we're
shoving.
rushed.
Yeah, you're shoving 5 days into 4 days of work.
That's absolutely
Sometimes.
how it goes.
I mean,
yeah. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. It's I'm Greg. That's Beth.
I'm
This
Beth.
is The Bar is Open.
Thanks for that. Was enthusiastic. The bar is open.
We got some shit to talk about tonight.
Yeah, you talk while I share.
Go for it. Yeah, go out and check us out on get the business shit out of the way up front. How about that? Is that good?
Sure.
All right, cool. Go out and check us out on The Bar is Open on Beth and Greg on YouTube and the where else? Facebook, Instagram, and stuff.
You're having some issues, huh?
And then iTunes and Spotify. You can check us out there if you don't get a chance to listen to it the whole time. Logan, Craig, Bill, Jessica, what's going on? DJ, Bill, already said hi. Hope you guys are doing good. We're just getting back into the rhythm of work shit.
Rhythm is gonna get you tonight.
That's
that is
the
such an
fucking
80s.
worst thing ever.
It's Gloria Estefan.
Estefan.
I don't.
Was she a drummer? I think
No,
she was a
she was
drummer.
a singer.
Was she a guitarist?
She might have been all the above, but I know
Was she
her
like a
for
backup
singing.
or something? Do you guys know? I
No,
think
she had her own band.
No, I know, but like in the 80s, I think she was like a drummer or something like that.
No, that
Like
was from
legit-
the 80s that I just sang.
I know, but I think, okay, maybe the 70s.
I think you're thinking of the chick
Dude.
that dated or was married to Prince that was in Purple Rain with him. She was a
Wasn't
drummer.
that Gloria Estefan?
No, that was Sheila E.
Oh, that's who it was. Sheila E. was a drummer.
She was quite the drummer.
I don't know. Cheers, you guys. Hope you guys are having a great night. Dude, big day.
What's big day?
Big day today.
Why? Oh,
Big day. Kegs for days. So I rate all of our investments based on Coors Lights.
geez Louise. Good gravy.
We're up to a few kegs.
Well,
A few kegs of beer.
it only counts when it's up to a Louis Vuitton for
Nope.
me.
Few Coors Light kegs.
No, maybe for you, but for me, I do my investments with what kind of Louis can I buy, baby?
You should have thought about investing ahead of time.
Oh, I have plenty of money invested.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Is it in
Yeah.
keg money? Is it in Coors Lights?
It's in Louis Vuittons.
Dude, I'm telling you, AMC is going through the roof. And I have not talked about this, I think, but for a millisecond. So I literally put $60 into AMC like 3 months ago. Something like that.
And how many
and-
shares? 6?
6.22 shares.
Okay.
Whatever. I bought late. I did buy late. I'll admit it. I was late to the game.
It was $10 a share. It's not that late.
Yeah, whatever, right? Dude, what's it at right now?
But
You guys watching?
Here's my theory. Okay,
What's your-
tell us
oh,
where
shit.
it's at.
Okay. What's your theory, though? Go over your theory.
Because earlier you were like, I should have done more. If you would have invested more,
It's at $68 right now.
if you would have invested more, it wouldn't be $68.
I was talking to
That's
Ian
the law
across
of
the street
That's
here.
the Murphy's Law.
I was talking to Ian across the street a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
He was going to drop like $8,000 into it a few months ago. And he goes, eh. And then now he's kicking the shit out of himself. So, you guys, I hope you guys
Do you
are doing
think
all
that
right.
it's going to stay up, or is it just...
Who fucking knows?
I mean, so
I've got
they
$60
They were
invested into
talking on the news that last weekend, the box offices had like an amazing weekend.
Yeah, what was the movie that just came out?
Quiet
The Quiet
Place
Place. So I've got $60, and granted, I'm not rich, but it's a couple kegs of beer.
$60.
$60 invested into it,
Oh, okay.
right? And when you think about it, you go, all right, so my return is $351.
Yeah, but what you paid for 10 shares, you're now paying for 1 share, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah. So hey,
It's
I'm just
increased
saying,
100%. 100%. Would that be 100%? What would
Right.
that be?
don't be if you're making a few bucks off of it, a little walking around money, fuck it.
Bitch better have my money.
Coors Light money. I'm telling you.
Mm.
But dude,
You do
there
you.
are some people that are making goddamn
Bank.
bank off this bitch, and there's all these calls
Like
happening.
how much would you had to have invested to be making bank now?
Say you got into it like a week before I decided I'll put in at $10, and you put it in $5, we'd have double the money,
Right.
right? So it just depended on when you got in. Like, I don't know when you guys got in or if you even got in. It's totally cool. Like,
So what's your long-term plan with this? Because I know a lot of investments, they tell you to ride it.
oh no, it's absolutely beer spending money. This is beer money.
Are you going to let it ride? And
Yep.
then when it starts coming down, you're going to cash it out? Or are you just going to let it fall and
I
see if it
might
goes
take
back up?
my seed money out, my $60 out
You have to pay taxes on that.
on $60. Okay, so I'm going to pay fucking $3 in taxes.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of taxes it is. I just know that I don't like
I don't know. I
taxes.
talked to the guy across the street, and he generally tells me what the fuck. Don't do this. Do this. Don't do this. Do this.
Why
But he
is
fucked
he
up
like? Why is he like?
because he has to manage his own shit.
But he's a jack of all fucking trades.
Absolutely is. You guys, I hope you guys have done well. Logan said it's quadrupled his
Greg
investments.
said he got in and then got out.
Yeah, a lot of people did, and they still made cash even when it was at like $25. This thing just happened like last week or whatever. I'm not telling you what the fuck to do with your money. This is my money, right? And I was like,
You got to do whatever
you
comfortable
can't
for you.
feel like some people might feel bad about investing $50 or $60. Invest what you can. Do whatever the fuck you think.
I
you
mean,
want to
there
do.
is a company now that you can literally invest a couple dollars at a time.
There's a bunch of those out
That
there.
is for those people that want to invest but don't have
Yeah,
those
there's a
big chunk of
bunch of
change,
those.
which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, my
It'll
mom.
like do a roundup kind of thing or something like that.
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend, but my mom started investing for me in a very, and I still own it to this day. And I think she started it when I was 15. It's very
Stable.
stable.
Yeah.
It's not ever going to make me a bunch of money, but it's not going to lose me money.
But you hit it every once.
I haven't hit it since.
Years and years.
I don't even know if I've ever hit it. My mom
Oh, it's
may
not
have
the
hit
same
it
one?
for something.
So her mom was like,
My mom was ahead of her time.
yeah.
She was.
So her mom was. I don't want to call it frugal because
She was super
She was
frugal.
really smart.
She
about
was
it.
stingy. Let's just call it
But
what
what she
it
would
was.
do is this, and this is kind of a note to self if you're raising kids or something like that, and you want to try and save. Anytime she'd have a coupon, there was $1. She would put $1.
She was a
in each
crazy
one of the-
coupon lady before there were crazy coupon ladies.
she
And
would
then
put-
she would put that savings.
That $1 she saved
Somewhere.
into a savings account.
And I know when my dad passes away, because she had what she called kitties. And so if there was something I want or a trip I wanted to take or something my brothers want, she would start a kitty. And sometimes she would take that $1 and she would put it in that kitty.
Yeah.
And then she would hide it where nobody could find it so that we couldn't get our grubby hands on it. And I know when my dad passes away and we're cleaning, she'll be like, more money.
Right.
There's another one.
Isn't that crazy?
But she also taught me at 12 years old that any money I make, off the top 10% into savings.
I think a lot of families did that because I had a buddy that he'd make money and they weren't wealthy by any means, and his dad made him 10% of his paycheck.
It kind
every
of sucked when
single
you were
month.
babysitting and you only had $12 and she was like, $1.20 of that. And I was like, but I need 15 for this thing I want, you know?
Borrow from your dad.
You better go get another babysitting gig. I'm kidding. I have to borrow from my dad. I'd be like, Daddy, please. He'd be like, here you go. Here's 20. Here's 20.
Here's 20. Save the other money. We're good. No, it's crazy though. It's just seeing it kind of like it's been kind of fun to like even have $60.
I mean,
and
you're
something
having
like that,
fun
or
with it,
$50.
which is cool. I
Right.
get to hear you every morning going, oh my gosh.
Right. It's fun.
And I just
Right.
laugh in my office and I'm like,
As long as you're smart about it. Don't fucking put like your last pennies in.
don't do it if you can't afford it.
Nope.
Do what you can
Absolutely
afford.
not,
If that
right?
means you buy one share at the time for $10, you got one
Yeah,
share.
I know people that have put a shit ton. They could afford it
Right.
into it.
People also lose money
Goddamn
investing.
right.
So you got to be
Could
comfortable
absolutely
with
it
the
all
loss.
come
That,
crashing down.
got to be
and-
comfortable with the loss that you know that you're willing to. That's why
So-
I never look at my 401k ever, ever, ever. And I know I'm at that age where I need to probably get with
check
somebody.
it.
And I know, but
You and I
remember we
check
were
it all
we
the
were
time.
talking about if I should go to that next safe level. I mean,
Getting ready to, well, 10 years or so, 8 years or something like that to retire and stuff
Right.
like that. So, yeah, absolutely.
so but I don't look at it.
Nope, fuck that. Just let it ride.
I just let it go.
Right. Can you link up? Because this is where you start thinking about what can I do with all the money I'm making.
Okay, give me a second.
All right. So I sent you a link here. What would you guys do with all the money you're going to make out of fucking the AMC? Boom.
Oh, I know what I would do.
All right. So say you have $350.
That is ridiculous.
What?
This car that came up.
All right. It's coming up. What's
Okay.
the price on it? Can you tell me the price on it?
This is a gold-plated Nissan GTR, unveiled in Dubai in 2016.
Okay.
Where
What's
does
it
say the
valued
price?
at?
Where does it?
Does it not? Oh, scroll down a little bit. Let's just scroll down through the story. I think
Okay.
we'll get to that one.
So-
First off, you can buy an $87 million Urson yacht.
Ice Class Explorer. Does that mean it can go through the
I think it can break ice. Yeah. So 250-foot Ice Class Explorer.
Make this bigger?
It's only $87 million. So for some of you guys, this is a select few. The shit's going through the roof.
Yeah,
If you made the fucking...
If you're my friend and you can afford that, I expect a trip out of you.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
DJ said, pay off his house, get out of the government work, and chill. Yeah, hell yeah. It just depends. Jessica said, my sweet friend bought my plane ticket without telling me. So fuck,
that's
that's
sweet.
amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? I mean, there's...
I take like a 3-month vacation to
scrolling
Europe.
by itself.
No, I moved it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's scrolling by
There's
itself.
I didn't know if it's, like my phone will do that every once in a while. There's a lot you can fucking do though. Okay, so then what's the next one? We got
BlackBerry Porsche design.
who the fuck has a
It's
BlackBerry?
$32 million.
What?
It's $32,971,357.
Why the fuck? 8 units from the collection of the 25 BlackBerry Porsche designed smartphones await an owner with special interest in either a historic American BlackBerry. That's not a fucking thing. Or Porsche Auto and affiliated Porsche. No.
Only 25 golden smartphones have fine, status-defining, easy-to-remember VIP pins.
For
$38 million?
32 million for a no. Dude, you know how fucking...
Oh, so this is crazy.
I hope you guys have like just hundreds and thousands of fucking...
So I don't think so this watchmaker has been in a couple of my books, like the Billionaires have had
Limited Patek Philippe
I don't
watch.
I've never seen the ones that they've given me the model of. I've looked it up. They've never been $26 million.
Does it jerk you off on its own?
It's really pretty.
The time thing in there should actually vibrate your hand. $26 million. How old is that? I mean, were they just made? Are they like at least a few hundred years old?
They still make them.
This watch was one of 7 pieces created in 2014 to celebrate the 175th anniversary of Patek.
So that's still a watch that's you can still buy one today, like a new version. And I don't think it. I think they're expensive. I think they're like $10,000. I think they start at like $10,000 and go up. I've looked at a couple that were $50,000 from the.
You know what I got when I got a
G-Shock.
No, when I got my promotion, I bought a G-Shock.
That's why I said a G-Shock.
A new G-Shock.
I bought you a new G-Shock.
Yeah, I had the other one for how long?
Ever, and it was beat
12
to
years.
Hell,
dude,
you love those watches.
That thing. Do you know how quick that'd be scratched in my life?
You'd break it. You'd break that face first day you had it.
I need like 50 times that amount of money just to make that. No, I wouldn't want. I want like a couple hundred times that amount of money to make it worth it. Then we've got the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster.
Lamborghinis are so ugly. It's only $8 million.
I know that watch is fucking almost three times that. The fuck? Okay, what are you guys gonna buy? A Lambo?
No.
Or are you gonna buy a watch?
No.
I wonder what the most expensive Louis Vuitton is.
Well, that airplane one that I showed you, ridiculous, stupid, was...
I'm sure there's some collectors out there,
Oh,
right?
I'm sure there's probably some,
like
old school vintage.
Yeah. OG. I don't know, guys. I'm just thinking. These are daydreams, of course. Now, this is a little up my alley. 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB.
All over that.
The most expensive classic car on the market in 2021.
I'd talk dirty to her.
$3.3 million.
She'd go faster for me. I love that car.
I'm telling you.
Pretty car.
Then we've got a Pharrell Williams watch for $1 million. Not doing that.
It's not even pretty. Who's Pharrell Williams?
He's a, isn't he the singer guy? I don't know.
Are you thinking about the guy who's...
Pharrell.
No.
Is that a different dude?
Different dude, I think.
It's the only guy I know is named Pharrell. Whatever. And then you've got some Van Cleef and Arpel ring.
$2 million, though.
You going to buy that?
I wouldn't.
That ain't even J-Lo money at that point.
I wouldn't even buy it because I'd never wear it. I would never wear that because I'd be afraid to lose it.
Yeah, but if you're like Bennifer, they're back together. Did you know that?
No, they're not. You're making that shit up.
No, they're back together, baby.
All right, I'm gonna have to look at this. And
they're back.
Report. Okay, I'm not confirming nor denying. I don't know. I haven't read it.
Didn't he bought her some crazy ass thing like that too?
Well, so did Puff Daddy, didn't he?
Dude, that chick. Think about the collection of fucking rings she has.
Think about the collection of ex-husbands she has.
Yeah, but who cares about the ex-husbands? The fucking rings.
She's like the new Elizabeth Taylor.
She really is.
Yeah.
That's fucking almost spot on.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who would? All right, if you're a dude, who you going with? J-Lo or OG Elizabeth Taylor back in the 50s?
Man, that's a tough one because Elizabeth was those eyes.
Yep, back in the 50s.
I mean, even in when she was beautiful as an older woman as well.
Are you talking like 90 or are you talking like?
She was always pretty.
65.
She always still had those same eyes. They just might have had more wrinkles around.
Isn't that
them.
what they call a gilf?
A grandmother?
Yeah.
You're sick.
So
man.
then you've got a Nissan GT with engraved gold body. I don't know if you got
435,000.
Literally, I counted out how many I looked it up. A keg of beer for a keg of Coors Light's $90.
What about a gold-plated keg of beer?
It's probably outside my stonks range.
Fine ammunition with
Oh, I didn't see that
golden
one.
shotgun shells?
No, I'm not doing that because it's ammo.
377,893.
Nope.
Eldit and Rogie. Rogie?
Dude, look at this motorcycle. A P-51 combat fighter, a custom
That's right.
motorcycle made
That
from
looks like it should
military.
be in, but that's only 100,000.
Yeah, but that's like a Mad Max motorcycle.
That's like a
or something
Terminator.
Like that. Yeah.
That's something
I
you
don't
see
know.
in Terminator. Where are the handlebars? Oh, there they are, right there.
Yep, they're up there somewhere.
And I think that was it. Oh, look though, there's my Mercedes.
Your G-Wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, someday.
No.
Days of our lives. Hey, if you don't mind, go out and hammer the like button for us. Give us a like and a subscribe if you're not already doing it. Check us out on.
I don't know
Where
what
the
I
fuck
would
were
buy
they
if
supposed to
money
check us
didn't was not a factor. I don't know.
I guess like Ross was telling us that one time, like the true fuck you money.
Yeah, I mean
That was only like 30 million. He's saying fuck you money was at like 30 million for him. I think we're all. It's all relative to all of us, like what your fuck you money level is, right?
Well, I think if I had
What do you? It's like 10 million.
$46 million.
46. That's why wouldn't you just go to 50?
Because I'm comfortable with 46. Thanks.
Okay, cool.
What would I do? I'd probably do a.
What's your fuck you money level? Like what do you guys
a girls'
think?
trip to Europe for like 2 weeks and just take my
2 weeks?
Yeah, take my closest friends and just go to.
You've got
fashion week.
$46 million.
I'm paying for
2
everything,
weeks?
and I'm taking like 10 girlfriends.
She is her mom's daughter.
I am.
She's like, fuck you. You got to get your own room. I'll pay for the
I'm
flights.
paying for everything. It's all inclusive. I'm gonna rent the big, massive castle. We're gonna go out on my dime to dinner and dancing. Clothes, you're on your own.
Oh, if you want to go shopping, I'm going to give you a budget of like $200,000. Don't spend it anymore.
Who, me?
Yeah.
For this trip?
Yeah.
You can suck me.
You know what
It's
you
not
could-
gonna be nearly.
You know what you could do
enough.
for $200,000?
Not nearly
A
enough.
shit ton enough.
No, not in Europe.
What do you mean? Where are you going?
That is the place where like all Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all the designers are from there. Hello.
I don't know. I'm just, hey, we're all making a little bank if you're involved in it. If you're not, just follow along and watch.
DJ says he'd also move back to Texas, buy land, and be like old dudes in secondhand lions.
Goddamn right. Get a little land.
That's perfect.
Get some horses.
What's
just
so
chill
funny
out.
is I feel like the older we get, that's all of our goal. Just get some land.
Get some
Let's
land.
Get some 10
Get a little
acres.
place. I just want to hunt on it. That's all I want. I want a house on it. A hill that I can look out over all my shit.
Doug says he needs. Craig says he needs 50 to 75 mil for me, and then double if I'm being Amy.
You know, I mean, we all have.
Oh, if he brings Amy.
Oh shit!
I love it. Hey, smart man.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Goddamn right. Basically, double what your planned
Yeah. Well, 'cause
spending
now there's
account
two of
is.
you having fun. So he's saying basically up, somewhere of like 100 to 150 million for them would
You
work.
know what? Fuck it. Do it. Get some more of them.
I say the same thing. I just sounded like.
What do you guys think is going to be the
70
next meme stock? So Bed Bath and Beyond was actually through the roof too.
Oh, so funny. I need to go there this weekend.
Yep, there was that one.
Body wash.
Already. GameStop had already happened, right?
So we need to invest in Bed Bath and Beyond because I
It's
do
already
spend money
gone
there. Oh, how much is it now?
It went up like 90%.
Which was
I don't know
when it started.
I didn't look at it. It's kind of funny though,
Why
Hey,
did you
by the
call
way-
it meme stock?
because it's kind of like a Reddit. You know, you've heard of Reddit, right? So they kind of call it like a meme stock, like where
Like it's a
people
joke?
start making. Yeah, they kind of start rallying behind these things, and they call it a meme stock. And then all of a sudden, you have a whole bunch of people like us that go out there and buy $20 or $50 or $100 or whatever.
Right.
And it starts driving the price up slowly, slowly, slowly.
Right.
And they hang on to it. It's called diamond hands, right? You don't let that shit go. Where you could make a few bucks, you just let it ride.
Right.
And you just hang on to it, and there's all these hedge bets on this stuff.
So how do they pick?
They just picked one. And they picked one that was really low, that has, if you're smart about it, you think about an industry that's going to come back. Like, think about movie theaters.
Right.
You've got big movies coming back, right?
There's a lot.
Yeah, you got a lot.
I told you I got stuck down that rabbit hole on IMDb last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many Marvel movies are coming out. It's crazy.
You have all of those things, and you think you try and go with a kind of stable company that's just in the dumps right now.
Right.
And during a fucking pandemic, what was in the dumps? Movie theaters.
So I wonder if we should invest in some, like, because here, so we have AMC here, but we also have Cintico's.
Dude, I don't know if they're on the...
They have Regal in Phoenix. I wonder if you should look at, I don't know. They're probably not getting as much.
They're not getting the attention.
They may be, though, by proxy of being a movie theater, though. I don't know. Just me thinking out loud.
Yeah. Think out loud.
COVID antibodies.
What is this? We all know there's COVID antibodies.
So,
I have them.
I brought this up because I loved how they literally just skimmed over this in the news.
Okay.
Like, literally, so this news thing that I watch does the top 9 at 9, and they kind of talk about things going on worldwide. Most of them are 30 seconds. Literally, this was 5 seconds.
Okay.
COVID antibodies may be good in your body for up to 10 months. And I was like, wait, what? So I started doing my own research, and they do say if you've had COVID and you've, they say mild. I don't know why it matters what level of COVID you have. Why it would be.
You have to have a certain response maybe to have it trigger something.
But it just says mild COVID-19 induces lasting antibody protection. So basically what it is when you, like anything else, when you get something, your body automatically starts finding a way to defend against it. So that if you get it again, it automatically...
It's like a cold or anything else, yeah.
Well, people who get COVID, and it goes into this whole big explanation, which I can talk to you about how antibodies come, but... they are saying people who got COVID-19 probably will have those antibodies for life.
Yeah. Well, they originally were saying that they could wear off in
they said
months or
they said
10 months.
Up to 10 months, and I'm like, okay, first of all, who was this? This was
right. So
this was Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis, which I know I've heard the name before. I don't know where it stands in the epsilon of like medical schools
hierarchy of I don't know.
But it says. A minute, like the longest case they've had so far is somebody that got it 11 months ago, and they're still going strong with antibodies. And they say, notwithstanding anything, this should be in their body for the rest of their lives. So I was just curious. I was like, okay, first you gave it 5 seconds. You said 10 months.
Yep.
Up to 10 months. Yeah.
Then we're all going to need boosters.
Yeah. Well, and then
this
why
is
didn't
definitely
they
getting flagged with a fucking COVID
Why
warning.
didn't they tell people who already had COVID, you probably don't need to get the vaccination? If you have the antibody, you're protected already.
See, there's the other side of it too, that if you get the fucking COVID vaccine, there's a counter argument, and I'm not this little bit of science, Greg,
right?
But I did read
you're
that
reiterating what you heard.
Could knock out the antibody in your system.
Okay, interesting.
So you go, all right. Again, they just said that the doctors in fucking China had it as early as October of 19.
Well, Biden's doing a reinvestigation of the history.
You laugh at me.
I know when you say
I swear to fucking God, I had a 1 month fucking chest cold. That was the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life as a chest cold. I felt fine, and I couldn't get rid of it. Steroids and all the other shit finally got rid of it, right?
Okay. Okay.
Science Greg.
I know. But I just thought it was interesting how, because they're still talking about how the administration wants the whole United States to be up to 70% by a certain July 10th or something like that. Well, there's 2 states now that are at 70%.
Okay.
I'm pretty,
Which
but
one?
I don't know.
Rhode Island and fucking Vermont?
No, probably Ohio. Isn't Ohio the one?
I think Vermont's one of them.
I thought it was going to be one of those ones that was like, yeah, your vaccination, we'll put you in a drawing for $1 million.
200,000 people in the fucking state. Burlington's like the biggest fucking city in Vermont.
I don't know anything about Vermont.
Yeah, I know. Nobody does.
I don't know
except
anything
for
about the
me,
East Coast.
because
But I just thought it was like, in my mind, I was like, why wouldn't we be toting that more? Like, really, in a world where we're trying to be el natural, why wouldn't you tell those people, hey, you've got this antibody?
I did see somebody post it. It's like, okay, so why wouldn't you just take care of your immune system?
Yeah.
Don't eat out. Don't get McDonald's every day. Eat fucking vegetables. Take vitamins.
Well, I was laughing at you because we made the decision that in the next week or so we're going to start getting back to our healthy lifestyle, trying to eat less
Healthier,
carbs, more
We
vegetables.
don't need a shit ton of carbs.
Well, no, but we eat, instead of broccoli, we've been eating rice. Or what's
broccoli, cheese, and rice.
No, well, yeah, and that's completely
'Cause
processed.
It's totally easy.
And it's delicious.
We need to get off our easy
completely
path.
processed though. But what was it? Jasmine. We've been eating
rice,
jasmine rice, but we found out yesterday there's a whole actually better, healthier version of jasmine. I'm like, I wonder if it's as good.
Sure. We'll try it. Fuck it.
I mean, we'll try it once we're done with this bag.
It's a challenge to all you guys. I mean, if you're not already eating a little bit
I
better.
got finally used to brown rice.
We all need our summer bodies back anyway.
But I feel like
fucking June 2nd.
we eat we used to eat brown rice. We haven't had it too much.
Because we found jasmine rice. And it's goddamn delicious.
And it's fucking delicious. You put some butter in that bitch.
I
You're like,
accidentally
all
bought
over
jasmine rice one time. We're like, what in the fuck is this?
No, what happened is we had it at Paisanos. You had the
Is that
jasmine
what it
rice,
was?
and it was so good. We were like, we should try. Granted, they did something probably with their own little recipe but we were like, we should just try jasmine rice, and it is delicious, and it smells so good when it starts cooking.
Okay, so we, going back to this past weekend, I said,
love
don't knock
McDonald's.
the Golden Arches.
I'm a McDonald's
That's
girl.
Beth's go-to hangover food.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, we actually had it 3 times over this past weekend because it's the perfect road food.
Well, you know what you're going to get, no matter what
It's consistent.
state you're in.
And we've traveled all of the country in a car. And
it's the same.
I can have 2 cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
She can hand them to me.
And you can eat while you're driving.
Shit doesn't go all over the place.
Because that's the thing. We don't stop. We run in, we use the bathroom, we order the food, we're back on the road eating while we're driving.
Yeah. We have a thing to this.
We got a process down.
And then we were stuck in the camper because it was fucking pouring.
Raining.
And I ran
And
to
lightning and
McDonald's.
thundering.
Yeah, and I ran to McDonald's because we hadn't eaten all day.
We were starving. Finally, at like 3, you're like, I'm just going to go fucking
Breakfast
McDonald's.
on the grill got canceled.
Kiboshed.
So yeah, dude.
So yeah, we eat there.
We're good.
And whenever I have a bad hangover, I'm like, I don't even ask you. I'm just telling you I'm getting McDonald's.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Funny thing.
What?
Remember? Okay, so we've decided no more Uber Eats, no more fucking any delivery for like McDonald's or anything.
Right.
What was the price? You were gonna order McDonald's or something
No,
like that.
I was gonna
and it was gonna be like $35 or some shit, or
bagels.
$50.
It was getting 2 bagel sandwiches.
Yeah. 2 bagel sandwiches.
2 bagel sandwiches, and I think a couple, like 3 extra bagels for
It was
later in
gonna
the
be
week.
$50
$50. It was $30 before the fees, the delivery fee, the service fee.
We're like, we're done.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
when I was
nope.
like, we're done with this Uber Eats and Grubhub and
Fuck that. Unless you get
Thursdays.
discount
We
codes
said
or something
Thursdays.
like that. Yeah.
we're leaving Thursdays because
Eat Jimmy John's or something like that.
tomorrow we're
They're
getting La
freaky
Madeleine.
fast, but
we're getting La Madeleine tomorrow,
Why?
but because I want it. So we'll still do the Thursdays, but we're not ordering delivery from any of those places Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It's getting really expensive.
it's fucking
getting
expensive.
Really.
And I mean, if you're ordering from like
And
a
I think
Domino's,
it's more
like
now.
built into the price.
Well, but I
whatever.
think it's more now because gas is going up, so their service fees
That's
and the
another
delivery
thing, yeah.
fees are going up. If you order from Papa John's or Domino's, their delivery fee is set, and it's like $2.
Yeah.
So
It used to be just part of the pizza.
right. Well, it's like $2, but they don't have a service fee. It's
And
just
we
a delivery
tip pretty
fee.
fucking good. That's the problem.
They
Like,
took 20%
beginning
on
of the pandemic or whatever, I was like tipping fucking
big time,
way over.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
Now
sorry,
I'm back to
bitch.
20% off the pre-taxed.
Yeah.
And pre-service and pre-delivery fee. They try to get you to tip 20% on that shit. I'm like, suck it.
That's always been pretty good about
Not.
tipping on
me?
the
Oh, yeah.
the meal itself.
Yeah, you
I never knew that.
tip on the actual, not the taxes, because that's not a service they're giving you.
They're just taxing your ass.
Taxing it. They're just taking it from you.
Sidebar. Hey, can we get into... So, thank you for sharing. I mean, it's interesting to think about it. Be smart.
Balance.
Do,
DJ says
do whatever the
balance.
fuck you guys want to do.
Total balance is it. But we, like everybody else, kind of veered way off course when the pandemic started, and
Too bad.
we were eating.
Oh, did you hear about the goddamn beef industry getting hacked? That's not on our list of shit to talk
no,
about.
what happened?
So, remember how there was a hack on the pipeline, the oil
Yes.
pipeline? There was a hack on the beef industry.
Are we going to have a hamburger shortage?
Yes.
Are we going to have a prime rib and ribeye?
I think it was 1/3 of the beef industry got fucked up for a couple
How does
days.
this even happen?
Because they hacked the actual,
It was probably
the way that the I think it was distribution, but they had to shut down
Do they
all of the
figure out who does
slaughterhouses.
this shit?
Fucking Russia, man. Of course it is. Think about that. Be smart. Shop local.
Shop local. Stock up a little.
Stock up.
Don't go overboard.
Yeah. Get a freezer.
Excuse me.
if
We
you can-
have
if you can get in the freezer.
some meats in our freezer outside.
A couple extra steaks here and there. A couple
Steaks,
pounds of ground
fajitas,
beef.
ground beef.
But it's fucked
Easy
up.
shit.
Like
It's crazy.
your McDonald's, instead of it being $30, it's gonna be like $38.
No,
now.
they won't.
I'm telling you.
Maybe.
1/3 of the beef industry
If that's the
got
case,
fucked.
I'm not getting McDonald's. If that's the case, we're gonna eat a lot of fucking chicken. Ugh.
Yeah, I had chicken for lunch.
I'm a red meat girl. I eat a lot of chicken too, but
Cheers.
I throw in that red meat.
Cheers,
to
you
break it up.
guys. It's Wednesday, short week.
Cheers.
Hopefully for most of you guys, short week for us.
Kinda. That was funny. It started on antibodies and it went. Woo.
Yeah. Full circle. This video, I think most of you might have actually seen this already.
It's not a girl. It's a woman.
No, dude, she's
Is
17
she young?
years old.
Oh, she dresses like she's older than that.
God damn it. She looked like she had a moo-moo on.
She did. That's why I said I thought she was an older lady.
So, the girl who pushed a grizzly bear to protect her dogs just said what we were all thinking. Let me know when that comes up.
Are you gonna play it?
Yeah,
Hold on, let me
you
make
go
it
ahead
bigger.
and play it.
Hold on, let me make it
I'll
bigger.
get it. So, a young girl has gone viral after.
You're gonna have to turn it on so I can see where it's at.
Okay,
'Cause
it's
giving
up.
me-
Okay, so there we go. So, you guys might have seen this already, but
Mama and her two cubs.
yep, we got a little bear crawling across the wall over
Not
here.
little.
It's a mama bear. Yeah.
So I go two ways on
Watch.
this.
So you see Big Dog come over and
yeah.
bear goes, "Oh shit," and
Oh,
that
Bobby
dog
on
goes,
the
"Oh
bed.
shit, I'm
I
running
love how
away."
the babies
and then
were like, "I'm
little
out."
bear, and then this chick comes out and goes full.
She does.
Mama bear.
She does. However, I will still correct you, and that bear did not grab a dog.
It looked like it had
He
it.
just was swiping at it, and I think he was swiping this way. That's why you thought. So I go two
coming
ways when I
back.
see
Let's
this
rewind
video. I go two ways when I see this video. First off, I'm on Mama Bear's side. She's trying to get her babies to the
First
other
off,
side.
I'm grabbing my pistol and shooting
Negative.
the living
I would never let you
shit
do that.
out of that
I
thing.
would never let you do that.
If it's got bomber in its goddamn mouth.
The bear wasn't trying to hurt the dog. She was trying to protect her babies. The dogs came after her.
No.
And
The
then
bear
the
crawled
other
up
side
on the
of me.
wall.
Hi, cállate.
Listen, you goddamn hippie.
Let me tell you my other side. Then the other side is, as a fur mama, there's a part of me that I'm like, I probably would have freaked out if it was my dogs.
Are you kidding me?
But there's got to be a balance there.
No, I would have beat the living. I would have fucking strangled that thing. My teeth. It's got Mick in its goddamn arm. Because Mick, you know, the little black one's gonna go fucking.
Because
He's
Mick,
a kelpie. He's a goddamn
Mick's
psycho.
the idiot who got himself in that.
No, I'm still
situation.
shooting the living fuck out of that thing, and I'm gonna have a bearskin rug on my goddamn. I'll wear it on the show.
You know, wear it on your head like they did in
Dude, we had a
Hercules.
snake in the backyard the other day, and you're like, I'm still not going out back
Well, you were laughing at me because the next morning I'm like, do you think I have to worry about the snake? And you were half asleep and you just started laughing. You're like, the snake is gone, babe. I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel bad for some of these animals, though, because we have taken over their space.
I don't give a fuck.
And we force them to live in our environment, and then we get angry with them when they have to, like,
This
come
is
out
in
and about.
California, I think. Let me read.
I think
let me
you said
read
it was too.
some notes here. So in a quick clip, you see the bear climbing toward four small dogs who were
They're
barking
not
to
three
fend
small
off.
dogs, one big dog.
Suddenly, the lady runs towards the bear, pushing it off the wall, is climbing to get her pets. The lady is actually a 17-year-old California teen by the name of
I wonder if she
Haley
realized it was a bear.
Marinko, I think.
Marinko?
Yeah. She said that the moment she didn't realize she was fighting a bear.
Huh.
Said the mother bear was with her two cubs looking for food.
That's her
before
guessing.
She
first of all.
began pawing at the dogs.
She's not a mind reader. She has no idea if that bear was going after
That
food.
dog wanted to eat, or that bear wanted to eat.
You just said it right. That dog wanted to eat the bear.
Because if I was like, I got cubs, it's dry season out there. deer, sparse. You got cubs to take. I'm gonna fucking grab your dog and I'm gonna.
She wasn't there. Those dogs weren't even in her mind when they came running at her. She was trying to cross over. I don't. You do your stance. I'll do my stance. We'll agree to disagree.
She took words right out of my mouth. Am I right? Says the bear. She was picking up this dog, Valentina, and she was literally off the ground. Listen.
Yeah, she swiped her. Of course, she was off the ground. She was a 5-pound dog trying to go after a bear. Idiot dog.
Are you on the side
Probably
of the
a Chihuahua. Because Chihuahuas have big dog person. I am on the side of the bear.
Oh, my God. You're a hippie.
No, I'm not. I shave my armpits.
Bullshit. From time to time when you're like, hey, Greg, can I borrow your razor?
Can I ruin your razor?
Getting a little hairy over it. You want to have some fun tonight? Jeez. Fuck.
No, I kind of am on the side of the bear. I'm not going to lie.
Would you have punched the bear if the bear was going after?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Would you have punched it in the face?
I would have punched it.
Or would you have bitched out and just been like, oh, well, there goes
our
Lucy.
dog. Got again. You go, no, of course I'd go protect Lucy. But
you
at
just
the
be out there
same
like,
time,
stop
I
it.
think I would have probably found something to hit the bear, like poke the bear with versus. But those dogs did a better job of listening than our dogs do because she must have, because when she noticed it, she must have started calling them all in because they all went.
Yeah, the big black dog got fucking hit upside the head with a bear paw.
Pounded on the top of his head. That dog is fine.
Yeah, pounded on, which probably nearly like.
Oh, good.
What's his name?
I forget how dramatic you are.
What's
I forget
his name?
that you're a girl.
What's the big-headed actor that was in the bear rape scene?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah. Almost scalped him.
I've never seen that movie. I've just heard you talk about it time and time again.
It could fucking happen, guys.
Yeah, see, DJ says tough call because I like the bears, but
I like bears too, but I don't want them on my goddamn wall coming after my dog.
Magdum. I know, no, and
Magdum.
I can be honest and say that I would panic and freak out about my dog and make sure they're okay, but that doesn't mean I'm against the bear.
Dude, you shoot that thing with a 9mm.
She's talking like she could read that bear. That dog was hungry. I mean, that bear was hungry. You don't know. She's not a dog. She's not a bear whisperer.
What if she's
not Dr. Doolittle?
What if in that neighborhood they were just like missing dogs every day?
Okay, so you could say that about so many things because coyotes do that all the damn time.
Phoenix, we lived in Phoenix, and everybody was always putting up like
lost cats and lost small dogs.
Yep.
Okay, don't leave your dog outside.
Or owls. We had fucking giant owls.
Barn owls. So I mean,
they're not going to take our dogs.
No, well,
a bear would take our dog.
A bear could probably take Mick. A bear probably couldn't take, and maybe
take
Lucy. But
Bomber
maybe
would be
Bomber would be like,
fuck you up.
Well, he's too hit.
And
I'm not lifting that dog up.
Pounds,
he's heavy, you know. I don't know.
Telling you.
We're never gonna agree because I love all animals equally.
You do?
I do. Except for reptiles. Well, they're not really an animal. They're a reptile, and they're creepy AF.
The snakes.
Reptiles. Period.
The snacks. Do you guys remember this movie? North Shore. Do you remember that movie?
Polly Shore? No.
North Shore. So I'm bringing this up.
What is that? I know the name.
It's a movie from 1987 is what it is.
Who's in it?
Fucking Nia Peoples.
What?
Nia Peoples and some...
Eddie, what's his name's ex-wife? Yeah, it's...
Maybe. I don't know.
The guy who married his adopted daughter.
What happened?
Woody Allen. She's Woody Allen's ex-wife, I believe.
No.
Oh, Nia Peoples is the one that was in the movie with, I'm thinking,
North
Meryl.
Shore.
Yeah.
And the dude, Matt Adler. His name was Rick. So, the reason I bring up this story, because it's funny as shit. In Santa Cruz. No, it was a movie. But in Santa Cruz, this is just kind of a funny thing, a way for me to get into this next story. Santa Cruz, California, they are creating a belt system for surfing a particular surf spot.
What does that mean? Oh, so like you have to be a certain belt level to surf there?
Yeah.
Is that what this movie did or something? Or was
no,
what?
It's just made me think of surfing and shitty people doing dumb shit. But the funny part about it is, so grew up surfing like my whole life practically. And I'm trying to find this goddamn article, which I'll never find again, right? But ultimately, what they're doing in Santa Cruz is, and I don't know if it's the worst part or the better.
Just talk about it, and then we
Kelly Slater, who's like ultimately,
huge surfer.
arguably the best surfer on the fucking planet,
right?
Ever
at this time,
like ever.
Okay.
10 championships,
Okay.
the whole thing. He was like, I'm all in for it, right? It's a good idea. So there's a surf spot in Santa Cruz, which is just packed with people,
Okay.
right? And it's a very touristy, heavy place. And I understand this. Like, you kind of go to a place and you're like, I want to surf this spot. But you could absolutely be the worst fucking surfer on the planet. And that sucks if you're a local who's lived there for your entire life.
Do you want your area to thrive?
Stay. Nope. I want
you want
it
it
to
to
stay
thrive?
the exact same. So they're like,
So
New
the
Hampshire.
restaurants and the businesses don't matter. It's just the surf that matters.
It's California, and there's a shit ton of surf breaks. But the funny part is they linked it to, like, jiu-jitsu.
You and I have, like, left and right today.
I know.
Weird.
They linked it to jiu-jitsu, though. And based on – and you have – so basically you get your belt ranking based on the number of
Who
years
gets
you've
to
been.
determine your belt?
27 locals who have lived there their entire lives.
Fuck them.
So that's what I said. That's my original, like, if I want to go surf fucking Santa Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're an outsider.
Now, is there a risk to
so
these folks?
that goes back to this movie, right? North Shore.
He goes to Hawaii.
You're a total kook, right? This kid
A total
won
what?
kook.
I don't know
You're
what
an
that
outsider.
is. Okay.
right? You're a kook.
Is that a term in Hawaii?
It's a term in
outsiders?
surfing,
Okay.
right? You're not from around that part, right? And you don't know the breaks. You don't know, like, where you should be
Well,
in the lineup.
neither did the locals when they first started surfing.
But
it.
you also cut people off. You dip in on their waves. You fucking.
That is part of being a surfer.
You're just
kind of like part of being a skater is having to share the pools that they turn into the skate park with people who probably suck.
No, that's no. This can actually, like, you don't. If you're grew up skateboarding too,
I
so
know.
you don't do that. You take turns. But on waves, you're paddling into a wave, and if you cut somebody off because you're not paying attention to the dude that's got the inside or something like
So
that.
does that mean that, like, people who are rockin' surfers never cut anybody off?
No, they'll cut you off and fucking throw you off the wave.
So they cut you off.
No, they'll just because they'll have a better position than you on the wave
They
anyway.
cut you off, is what
And
you're
no,
saying.
they'll just have a better position because they know what the fuck they're doing.
So they knock you off your board.
No, they'll just push you out of the way.
Yeah, they knock you off your board and say,
Eat shit.
I think it's
It is a dick move.
because here's the thing. So what if you're a great surfer from out of town? You're from Hawaii. They have no idea who you are, but you're this kick-ass surfer, and they're like, you're a white belt. You can't surf here. And he'd be like, suck my dick. I'll take you on. Let's go.
So then they get in fistfights in the parking lot.
No, go surf.
No, they get in fistfights in the parking lot.
Is that what's happening?
No, that's what happens.
That's what happens in your world.
No, that's what happens. That's the surf culture. It's just they are very territorial. Did you just call the cops?
No, it says emergency SOS.
You just called the cops.
No, I don't-
Did
I
you
was-
just call the cops on your phone in live air?
I did.
Oh my God.
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to lower the volume. It was an emergency call. It didn't dial 911.
Are
It
you
just
sure?
gonna start
Beth just called the cops.
because you and I can't agree tonight. I'm gonna have him come arrest you. Be like, he is against everything I'm with tonight. Ooh, that made me hot.
I don't know.
Started to get in a little bit of a panic mode there. I was
You
like,
guys remember
what
this
the
movie though? It's
fuck?
fucking hilarious though. So the kid grew up in Arizona. He won a
Local Wave
like a-
Tanks Arizona resident Rick uses his winnings from a recent contest to fly to Hawaii
Yep.
and try to make a living for himself
And he
as a
gets
professional
wrecked,
wave.
dude. And then he wins the
Always.
fucking
It's like
contest
Karate Kid,
on
but surfing.
pipeline, and he's only surfed like a fucking pool wave.
I need to look at Nia Peoples today, like Nia Peoples semicolon 2021.
I remember the whole thing. So I was
Here,
into
I am gonna do
surfing
that right
like
now,
big,
actually.
all that back in the day, and it was fun. It was good. I mean,
What if
you
you-
guys, everybody remembers North Shore, right?
No,
Or not
I
North
saw
Shore, but Point Break.
Yes.
That was a
Which
huge
the
one.
original one or the remake? I hate remakes, by the way.
Fucking Point Break with Keanu Reeves. Keanu. What? He was Johnny Utah. You remember
Yeah,
Keanu?
he was-
Was there an original of that?
There's been a remake of that movie.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
That was terrible, I bet.
I don't know. I never saw it. I don't watch remakes.
Nobody watches that shit.
Excuse me.
Never seen Point Break, dude? Come on.
The original one? That's a good
Jessica,
movie.
you never saw Point Break?
That's
Come
a
on.
war movie. It's got Patrick Swayze.
It's got
Keanu
the Red Hot
Reeves.
Chili Peppers in it.
It's got the blonde chick from the Tank Girl. What was her name? She was young in that movie.
Yeah. I don't remember her name, but you guys got to go. Craig said the remake sucks. I didn't even know there was a fucking remake.
I haven't ever watched it. I won't like. There's a remake of Footloose. That wasn't there a remake of Dirty Dancing?
I don't know.
They make all these remakes because nobody has original
Did
ideas.
they come out during a fucking pandemic or something? Because I don't remember.
No, they've been out. I think Point Break came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Fuck, I don't know.
Meet People's looks different.
Share it. Let's see.
Let's see.
What's up?
Well,
What's up?
Definitely you can tell. Like so.
I mean, the movie came out in 1987.
Really here, but I wonder what year this was.
Who cares? Came out in 87. Fuck. If I look that good. Now.
Zoom class with Nia Peoples. Oh, she's doing Zoom classes.
Nice. What's she teaching? Yoga?
It's join us Saturday, May 16th at 11 p.m. for a Zoom class with Nia Peoples. Topics in the virtual class will range from steps to building a career in Hollywood.
Oh, another.
Blah, 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 blah. She's a...
Anyway.
It's called Succeeding in Hollywood.
Oh, fucking get on it.
I think you have to be like 22.
And gullible as shit. Because I looked at her IMDb and she had like 4 movies, so it's all good.
That's more than I got.
You know what? You just started this shit a year ago. Baby steps. Yeah.
Give it some time.
Yeah. Give it some time, honey. By the age of 74, you're the one who wants to live to a fucking 100. So
And one.
101. You got years ahead of you. You got half your life.
I got half my life.
You're literally, like, you're
Half my
right
life.
at half your life. You're a little over half your life.
No, I'm not, bitch.
You're 51. You're almost 52.
I'm going to live longer than you, so it doesn't matter how long I live. I just have to live longer
Video
than
gaming
you.
for cashola. What is this? Like, we all know that, dude, I've seen, like, kids gaming and winning contests for, like, $1 million in, like,
And
14.
I thought this was funny because when we had the cleaning lady here, we took turns being up here because we keep the dogs upstairs when they're here so that they don't get in their way.
Yeah.
And you were up here for a little while doing shit, and then I came up for like the last hour and a half. We split it, and all I did was play video games.
You want
It
a
was
Twitch?
so
I
much
can
fun.
set you up with a Twitch account. You can go right from here.
I'm not good enough for a Twitch account for
You're
my
a girl.
Legos.
Just wear a tank, like a thin spaghetti.
A bikini top?
Yeah, just wear like. And you could sit right here and just.
You
from
trying to
here
say
up-
from here down I'm not as hot?
No, I'm just saying.
You should be
you
careful.
Do you.
You're walking precariously close to the
I'm
wrong
just
line.
being mindful of where you.
My comfort level?
Yes.
Yeah, suck it.
Like you just sit up here and flex.
You sucked at that, by the way.
Fuck off. I'm just
No. So, anyways, you and a
protecting
friend,
the goods.
you and a friend can earn $2,000 for playing video games together. It's a contest.
That's it?
For make $2,000 for playing 21 hours worth of video games?
No,
I
I'm not
would
doing that.
Fucking totally do it. You wouldn't do it?
No.
I don't know if you have to play.
Like what game? Is it like Minecraft or something that I don't know
No,
fucking
because it
dick about?
says, let's see, internet provider Frontier Bundles is offering $2,000 to a pair of friends willing to play 21 hours of video games together and report back on their experience. It doesn't say if it's got to be all in one sitting or if you can.
Could you imagine
break it
playing
up?
video games for 21 hours
I'm
straight?
sure there's a lot of people that probably do it.
Yeah, they're the Japanese guys. That
No,
fucking
there's
drink
probably
like
a ton of college
80
kids.
goddamn like whatever Red Bulls, and then they end up having a heart attack at 22 and
I
dying.
bet you there's a bunch of college kids that maybe not 21, but they probably play for a good 14 hours at a sitting. Especially on a Friday, they're like, I don't have to bait till Saturday night. Let's go.
Not getting laid anyway. Fuck it.
So they prefer for it to be like a virtual play type thing. But you can.
Oh, like you're virtually dialing in like a.
You and your buddy are
okay.
playing virtually.
All
You can apply for yourself or your gaming buddy on frontbundles.com until June 18th.
Front bundles.
Frontier Bundles.
Front bundles.
Front bundles. And says to do is you can play in person,
What was that
but you
thing
don't.
I said the other day? I can't remember. What's front a fupa?
A fupa, and I was like, that's not what I'm talking about.
I was like front bundles. That's a new word for fupa. Front bundles.
Front bundles. But they're also saying they're doing this because it's a big year for the video game industry. So like Legend of Zelda is turning 35. Hedgehog and Street Fighter both turned 30. Donkey Kong.
I like to play Donkey Kong for like 7 minutes with.
Donkey Kong's 40 years old.
I know, and it cost me a quarter back 40 years ago because I'm 44. And I was
Galaga
4.
Baby.
No, those were good.
A
Those
quarter.
were all good. Centipede, all those. But it was a quarter. Now it's $1.
Is it really?
I'm like, eat shit. I'm not
I don't know.
doing
I
that.
just go to Dave & Buster's and put it on a card and be like, stick it in. Stick it in the slot. That's what she said.
Jesus Christ. It's Wednesday, guys.
So-
Beth isn't even drinking. She's got a Diet Coke over.
Diet Coke. I don't need alcohol to have fun. Anyway, so I thought that, I mean, I would like to do it with you. You want to do it? You want
Sure.
You want me to put our name in?
In your slot.
You gonna put your card in my slot, baby? That's a new one.
Your front bundle.
Oh, stupid. Snorted Amherst on the ground. Winning.
Yeah. Hey, no, don't sign me up. Sign
No?
somebody else up.
I was like, Stephanie, she's not good at video games.
No, I don't do video games anymore.
What's wrong with you?
I just don't care about them.
They're so much fun.
Don't care about them.
That chair, though, sucks, by the way. I didn't like that chair for gaming. I know it's a gaming chair. It's not Beth's gaming chair.
It's my chair.
I know.
So,
I rolled it over in front of the TV
Whatever.
and played for an hour and a half.
I don't know.
Super Mario.
Check
I mean,
this
Super Marvel's Lego.
Check this out. All right. So, I saw this earlier. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's fucking hilarious. So, there's...
Jessica.
What'd she say?
She goes, no one needs alcohol to have fun, but it definitely makes it better.
No, you don't have a problem. No. See, Beth just has a thing. So she works out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
And her workouts kill her.
But I also, it makes the rest of the week really hard to get up and go
for
to
me,
work.
it doesn't. So.
You're a professional drinker.
Yep.
I am not.
So, Danish journalist has sex during interview for a segment on Swingers Club.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to read this fucking story word for word because it's
Please do.
goddamn hilarious. One radio reporter went all the way to get the scoop on a swingers club near Copenhagen when she had sex with a man she was interviewing.
I wonder if you can find this on the internet.
It's on the internet.
The video.
Oh, I don't know. It was a radio interview, a radio report, so I don't know. Maybe
Well, they could have totally been faking
Okay,
it.
so whatever her name is, can be heard moaning during the on-the-record intercourse, part of a 2-minute segment that aired on
It's called
radio.
On the Record Intercourse?
Well, it was live,
Okay,
basically.
okay.
That aired on Radio 4 in Denmark. She said, I don't have a boyfriend. That definitely made it a lot easier. She told the German publication Bild, according to the whatever. My mother just thinks it's funny and laughs, and my father thought it was really cool.
That she had sex?
Yeah,
On the
live
radio?
on the air. The X-rated segment focused on the reopening of a swingers club named Swingland, appropriate, right, in wherever the fuck it is in
Denmark.
after lifting the COVID-19 restrictions. So, come on, you're gonna knock down the COVID. You're gonna. These motherfuckers were the people walking around with pineapples in their goddamn shopping carts. You know,
Were they
'cause
the
that's
place,
a
though,
thing.
that didn't have a huge COVID outbreak?
I don't
There
know.
was some place like that
I don't
that just barely had. Or
So
if
most of
any.
them. So she said, and Fisher discussed the reactions to her unorthodox interview style. Well, fucking right. Most of them were very positive. They thought it was very braving and cool.
I will tell you, Europe's a lot more progressive in the sexual freedom than we are.
We have the FCC, so you can't really do. Can it? Yeah, you
I
can't
mean-
do that on the goddamn YouTubes.
You can't do it on the well.
You can do it on your own personal website, probably, because that's porn, basically.
Okay, so we do know
It's just
a
porn.
podcast that had sex
Yep.
on their 100th
They didn't show video.
episode.
They just did audio.
So you could do it audible, but you can't do it visual, is what you're saying. So, I mean,
More than likely on a lot of these platforms. So she said most of them were very positive and thought it was brave and cool. Others think that I crossed the line in journalism.
do you have a picture of her?
Yeah.
I want to see what she looks like.
A Thursday tweet from Radio 4 linked the segment. Warning, it got hot and wet for both a reporter and the guests. Jesus Christ.
That's some way to get some ratings right there.
Fucking right, dude? I thought it was fucking hilarious.
That is
That was
that.
hilarious.
Wow. I wanted to be a fly on the wall and see how
Jessica.
to be a fly on the wall and be like, did it start with a touch on the knee? Like he was like, let me
Oh, there's one more comment.
see how far
There
I
is
can
one more
take
comment.
this. I mean, if she's having a conversation about swingers,
Oh, I missed a comment on here. So at one point during the segment full of sounds and bodies slapping, the journalist asks the man she was having sex with if he can tell her what he sees, what he's seeing, and he responds with, a delicious woman. Fucking rad, right?
Oh, hey,
You know what?
I want to know
You
what
do
she
you.
looks like. I want to know how old she is.
I'll post the link out later for it. But yeah,
It's Europe. Everyone is already naked on TV, so props to her is what
pretty
DJ
much it's
said.
like basically it's
They're
like
totally open
Mexico
about
or
sex.
Venezuela where they have like the super hot like weather girls that are just
We're
absolutely
the only ones that are
wearing
uptight about
the
sex.
super tight. Yeah, absolutely. And we're pretty good now compared to what we used to be.
Oh, goodness gravy.
Shit.
Now we're just a truckload of sinners.
So shitty places to live. In shitty places to live, China. They've announced that people can now have 3 kids instead of 2.
Did they say why they were moving?
Yeah.
Increasing the number?
So in 2016 they moved it from 1
to 2.
to 2.
So
And that's where like there's remember so we have a friend that
used to
work in
adoptions
out
at a
of China.
company, that predominantly
Came from China.
Well, it initially started with children just from China, and then they expanded
Yeah.
the globe a little bit. But
Because
they have a
there was-
lot of children for adoption.
They had
a
remember
lot of girls.
tons of girls. And then they moved it to 2.
2.
Now they've increased it to 3, and thank God, right? I mean that your government can tell you how many fucking kids to have.
I mean, they are overpopulated.
No, they're fucking gigantic, and yeah, so their population is currently
10 billion people.
I think it is 1.4 billion people.
How many?
I had it in my notes. 1.4 billion people, right? But their land mass is huge.
Yeah.
Right, and they're also. It's just a fucking terrible place. Not probably
Unless you're
everywhere.
Chinese.
I'm not going to backstep on that. I'm sure there's a couple of there's some great people there. I'm sure that whatever. But you think about that. So their long-term strategy is to increase the younger population as the average age is increasing. So they're doing this strategically.
So they get more bodies younger.
Yeah.
They're trying to rebuild their
age
civilization.
demographic is going up.
Okay,
But
what's the average age, did it say?
It's 60. Or
Oh, wow,
something
that's
like
old.
That. Yeah. So they're by having more kids, it'll average it out down, right? And they'll bring the average age down.
Because now you're bringing a bunch of
So what they're having
zero-year-olds.
is this happen. They're having like the 40-somethings and 50-somethings who have parents over there, their 70s and 80s and 90s perhaps. They are fucking like they're having to take care of their parents
Right,
because their parents aren't working anymore,
right.
right? And now those
So that happens in a lot of places.
those kids of the 40s and something like that aren't having kids because they can't afford to have fucking more kids.
Well, and a lot of people, it's not how it used to be where you have to have children anymore. Like, once upon a time, if you got married, the next step was having kids.
It's going to be interesting if
2.5.
So you start thinking about a communist country like that.
Yeah.
That start saying, nope, you have to have 3 kids.
They're saying,
Or something like
they're
that.
not saying you have to have
Not
3
yet.
kids. They're saying you can have up to 3 kids at
Places
this point.
fucked up where number
Yeah,
1,
absolutely.
they said you could only have 1, and then people were giving away their kids. And then number 2, they're saying
Did you see Ian's comment?
Nike needs, yeah, goddamn right. They need them Cena jerseys.
Oh, good gravy. Don't bring him up.
John China. I'm just telling you, it's just a fucked up story.
It is.
It just
I
makes
mean,
you think, like, God damn it, we're lucky as fuck. You can have 50 kids here. I don't want you to have 50. I mean, God damn, bless your soul if you have fucking 50
some
kids.
people, well, God bless your vagina.
Back in the day, I mean, remember, well, back in the day here, they'd have kids because, like, half
I
of
don't
them-
even say God bless your. I'd say rest in peace, your vagina.
Back in the day here, like, say, like, in the 1800s.
Well,
something
my
like
dad
that.
had, there were 7 of them.
Right. But back in the day, like, before
Well, a lot of your kids
modern,
died.
That's what I was going to get at. Like, kids died. So you
They
just
got
keep
sick
popping
and
them out, and they'd be
they
fucking-
also, a lot, like if you ever watch like Ghost Adventures and shit.
But they were
kids
also
died-
using, like,
kids
goat
died
intestines as,
weird.
like, condoms back then, so.
Well, but kids also died like horrible deaths back then. Not only from disease, but like agricultural accidents.
Getting run
or
over by, like, a...
train, or Jimmy was playing on the tracks. He didn't move. You know. Now Jimmy's a ghost.
Jimmy's like,
Jimmy's a
Hey.
ghost. Jimmy's a ghost out there going, somebody's gonna join me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
it's just fucked up.
It is,
I don't know.
but it is also
I wanted
China,
to bring
so-
it. It's just,
I mean,
so
are we
basically, I
surprised?
was getting at is they're raising those kids to be ninjas because I think that's pretty much they're trying to build their armies and stuff like that. So
you said they have the biggest
standing
military in
army.
the world, right?
Standing army, yeah.
All right. Well, so let's talk a little bit about myths. What were some myths?
Mythbusters.
What? No, just some myths. What were some myths you grew up believing?
Or are we doing like the superstition thing?
No,
Because that
like
goes
my
into
mom
it?
always said I had to wait 30 minutes after 8 to go play.
To go swimming. If you eat a watermelon seed, a piece of gum will stay in your stomach for 7 years.
Another one was you can't
Chew your toenails.
if you get cold, you're gonna get sick. So go put a sweater on.
That didn't really actually happen.
You're so gross. If you get cold, you're gonna catch a cold. So go put a sweater on. Catch your death. My mom had a bunch of them.
Tales kind of things.
Well, as always, my favorite poll group. I always forget their name.
Nielsen?
No, it's the
the ones that always do the 2000.
That is their. I'm learning that is their. That's their sweet spot. One poll. That's what it's called. One poll.
Jessica, I was going to say that one right before I said the gum. Watermelon would grow.
You'll grow watermelon in your stomach. So researchers have debunked the top 20 myths that we all commonly believe.
Okay.
A new survey of 2,000 adults found nearly 4 in 10 aren't even sure where they came to believe these fraudulent
No,
bits
it's your
of
fucking
trivia.
parents
But
lying to you.
49% have shared them with others over their lifetime. Well, yeah. So it's
and their parents lied to them.
And their parents and their parents. Like nearly half of the people they polled believe that heat escapes your head. But experts,
it's actually your ears, right?
No, experts
like elephants.
Experts claim only around 10% of your body heat is lost through your head, so it's
that's
not.
why we always had to wear hats,
But
and that's
it's
why
not-
little babies always have a little cap on, right? I don't have kids.
This one I never heard about, but I'll read through the list. But I guess they used to believe that goldfish only had memories that lasted 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's why you flush them down the toilet. They don't know.
3 months.
Oh shit! They know they're going down the toilet. Sorry, little buddy.
So,
what about the fucking goldfish that Steve-O used to like swallow? Swam around and he
would throw it up?
Yeah.
So let me go over the list.
He's got a great podcast, by the way.
I will go over. So, goldfish, they say we only use 10% of our brain. You know how everybody's always said we don't. You actually use 10% of your brain just squeezing your fists. So we use way more than 10% of our brain. The color
at
red.
any given time.
The color red sends bulls into a rage. They're colorblind.
So what pisses them off?
People.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
This one I liked. People.
People. The asshole with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones running down the street in their way. Yeah.
Fuckheads.
Another one I thought, more than 1 in 5 or 22% believed that if a penny were to drop from the top of New York Empire State Building, it would kill somebody.
Skull.
Not true. It's too light.
Because it'll hit terminal velocity at 126 points.
Simply too lightweight to do such a thing. So, let's see. And this one I'd heard because I was a contact wearer, and I still am when I get snazzy.
It'll get stuck to your eye.
Frozen, or get lost behind your eye.
No. Fuck off.
It doesn't get lost. It's there. You just have to dig it out.
Remember when? Remember the times? Dude, we got dressed up for Halloween. You never even put it
all the way in your eye because you were such a pansy that you freaked out.
I woke up the next morning. It was behind my eye. I woke up in the morning with that white.
It wasn't hidden, though.
Huh?
It wasn't hidden. It just rolled up.
It was all the way in my eyeball, dude. I woke up. I was like,
oh my
all
gosh.
night I had that, and I was like, it fell out. It fell out. It fell out. And you're like, yeah, it must have fallen out. We couldn't find it. That bitch was in my brain.
Jessica laughed. I called you a pansy. It's true.
For 12 hours. I woke up the next morning, hungover as fuck, and I was like, my eye itches, and all like that.
And
I found a goddamn.
You were
I've never
just fine.
You
were just fine. You
could have died.
Okay, so let me go over some more.
Could have gone up. What happens if it went to my brain?
It wouldn't. Chameleons change colors to blend into their surrounding.
True.
Not true.
Talking to your mic.
The primary focus of the color shift is to alert neighbors of danger, so it's not to blend.
Oh.
Sugar causes hyperactivity in children.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Over a dozen studies have not shown that sugar causes hyperactivity.
Causes hyperactivity in you.
You should urinate on someone if they get stung by a jellyfish.
Damn right.
Total bullshit.
Pee all over you.
Bats are blind. I did believe. Bats have small.
Little bit of sight, right?
Bats have small eyes and very sensitive vision, which helps them see in conditions we might consider pitch black.
Okay.
You'll get cramps if you go swimming right after you eat. We know that's not true. Dogs only see in black and white, and I was a huge believer of that for a long time, but that's different. If you touch a baby bird, this one I thought was so real. If you touch a baby bird with your bare hands, the mother will reject it. Not true. Because remember when you saved that owl, and I was like, you didn't touch it with your hands, did you? Mom's never going to come back if you touch it with your hands. Shaving your hair makes it grow back thicker. I'm glad I found out that this was
Not
false
true.
because I've wanted to do that before.
On what?
Cracking your knuckles too much will cause arthritis. Not true, but I do think I have arthritis in this finger. And then going out in the cold will give you a cold. False. Viruses that cause colds may spread more easily in lower temperatures. However, exposure to the cold does not give you that virus.
Does COVID apply to that? It's a virus, right?
Getting cold is not going to give you corona.
Didn't they say during the winter it's going to get worse?
They said, no, they did because the germ is harder to kill when it's cold.
Oh, but
just
you're
like
not gonna
they
get
said.
Okay, so fact checkers need to fact check the fact checkers.
It says they just spread more easily in low temperature. I think probably because they take longer to die. Viruses take longer to die in cold weather. But that's me being Science Gregory, a.k.a. Beth. But I
Thank you
just
for
thought,
that.
I mean, a lot
We
of
needed that.
I was like, holy shit, I grew up believing that my whole life.
Fuck yeah. It's hilarious.
Do you feel dumb now that you believed them?
No, because I didn't believe half of those.
I kind of did a
You
little
believed
bit.
3/4 of them.
I kind of do a little bit.
Most of them.
But I'm like,
I still swallowed gum.
I swallowed gum all the time too. I didn't care. I thought I'd never go hungry.
I pet baby birds all the time.
You do not.
Fuck those baby birds.
You're such an ass.
Entertainment. Let's jump into that real quick. So
we're
I
going
finished up this probably one of my so Netflix.
You guys all know he watches these crazy ass shows
I
from
watch
all over the world.
random Netflix shows so that Beth and I don't, because it's something
keep
that
some
you
stuff
won't
for us,
watch.
right.
Yeah, you won't watch it, so I try and find things that I'll watch on my own. But it's called The Barrier, and it's in Spain. And the very interesting thing, and I talked about this a few weeks ago or something like that. A very interesting part about this is that it takes place. They filmed it in like 2019, 2020, and it was released end of 2020, 2021. So I just finished it, but it's regarding a norovirus that is basically a virus that ends up like fucking everybody up, right? And
Did they call it a pandemic?
they didn't call it a pandemic, but they called it a pandemic during it, right? And everybody it ends up going into like separate areas, and you have like this ward and this ward and this ward, and it takes place in Spain. So it's absolutely in Spanish. So you have to, I don't know Spanish, so you have to read all the subtitles. So you have to be one of those people that can read all the subtitles. Right up. But it was probably one of the better foreign shows I've watched
Right?
in the past year, because
Okay.
I've watched a fucking dozen of them.
Yeah.
One of them,
I think you like doing that now just to see how bad they are.
I really do. I mean, I'll watch. The only one I haven't been able to watch is
That
fucking
one.
How Did Sarah Die? It's so
Yeah.
goddamn bad. But it was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. The actors were pretty good in it. Like, aside from maybe one or two
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. So go check that out. It's called The
Cool.
Barrier.
So I started watching one. So do you remember Tori from Mythbusters?
Yep.
And for those of you guys that are Grand Tour fans, Richard Hammond?
Yeah.
So
The short little dude that always wrecks
he
his
was the one that
cars.
got wrecked and really injured.
He's done it multiple times.
I know, but remember he wrecked that car that the battery didn't
Yeah.
didn't
for a
go
day or
out for
two
like
or
no,
something.
like 30 days because it was some.
It was a lithium-ion battery in it.
Well, they have their own channel called they have their own show now called The Great Escape.
What's it on?
It's on Amazon Prime,
Okay.
and the premise is that they are shipwrecked on an island.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And I mean, I watched.
I did see the preview for this.
I watched-
It's like they have to build their
They do. Well, they just
Boston
start.
Crusoe kind
They're
of.
trying to figure out either how to grab someone's attention that they're there, or how can they get back.
Okay.
And it's funny. Some of it you can tell is a little too scripted. But if you like that and you get that sense of humor, like I watched the first one before I came up here to play video games, and I was like, that's all right. I mean, it's not going to change my world. It's
fun.
not going to change the world.
It's just
but
fun.
like one of the episodes, he builds literally like a little helicopter,
That's cool.
just based off of the shipwreck that they have.
Which one did? Tori?
No, I think that one was probably Richard because it was motorized. Tori's was more like the mechanical stuff.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah,
Go check that out.
It could be fun. I want to say it was like 10 episodes total.
Nice.
The other one we started watching was last night. It was called Very Superstitious.
Yeah, with George Lopez. It's pretty
which
good. It's on
was-
Discovery.
Yeah, it's on
They're
Discovery
like
Plus.
20-minute shows.
Yeah, and it just talks about various superstitions with religion,
Food.
hunting, food. Like one of the ones that we watched last night was if an alligator swims or crawls under your house, somebody in your family is going to die. So you have to get the alligator, you have
Or
to
you have to
kill
eat
it, and you have to eat it.
Yeah.
in
Or
order
was
for
it
that
just
person
to
not to
eat
die.
alligator?
No, you have
Was it
to eat the
that
alligator that went under your house.
So something to think about. Something fun to watch.
And they had some hunting
And literally
superstitions
they're
in there.
20 minutes or something like that.
And George Lopez gets some of his typical humor in there, so he was funny. I will say that there were a couple times, like the hunting one, I think was really hard on him because he obviously is not a hunter.
He never hunted.
And
it's all right.
Yeah, so it struggled, but he did it, and he was a good sport. But so that was fun. So there's a couple that I caught on to.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought it was good. It was fun. Just check it out. So feel goods for me. The neighbor bought a fucking food truck.
That's hilarious. Did we for sure find out that they bought the food truck?
I have no idea, but we're gonna stand.
I want to know what kind of food they're gonna serve tomorrow or Friday.
Friday. We're gonna go stand out there and wait for them to open that bitch up, even if they don't. They're gonna
Thomas
cook
would appreciate
something. So it was just kind of a funny thing. The neighbor just randomly rolled up with a fucking food truck.
I saw it yesterday, and I was like, "Are they serving food over there? Because if they are, I'm gonna go get some."
That's what I was thinking. That's what Ian and I are gonna go do.
No, I thought they were doing it yesterday.
I'm starving now, thinking about them.
So hungry. I'm ready to stick that mac and cheese in the oven.
So I know your feel good is really
my feel
a touching
good.
one for you. So it's kind of a cool thing.
A man walks 50 miles to graduation to honor his best friend. So him and his best friend, they've been lifelong friends. They graduated from high school together. They both went off to Boston College.
Okay.
And mysteriously, so the gentleman who did the walking, Charles Martin, walked 50 miles this week to his college graduation to honor his best friend who passed away unexpectedly.
Okay.
I told you it makes me tear up.
That's okay.
He did it, and he had one main question in his mind. What wouldn't you do for your friends?
Right.
And so this was his way to really just be able to honor him and his family. So part of the walk was he stopped at the family's house, and he visited with them, and then he went to the cemetery. And then he walked all the way to his college for graduation, which I just thought that was really sweet.
What school did he go to?
Boston College.
Boston College. So this
he
is
walked
up in New
from,
England.
let's see, it tells me, hold on.
So it's kind of, it's one of those amazing stories. Like, I think a lot of us, I hope a lot of us, I know I'm lucky and I know you're lucky that we have friends that we've been like friends with for 30 plus years.
Right.
Not a lot of people do have that in their lives. So, when you can kind of honor a best friend
And he also did this really cool thing. He started a scholarship in his friend's name and a GoFundMe page, and he asked for $30,000. He's made $35,000.
Nice.
It's still open, and it just moved me because you never know how long you have with somebody, and so
Right.
you just really have to appreciate that time with them, and then to be able to find a way to honor them
to give back in their name
and their
or whatever.
family,
Yeah.
because this has got to be a hard time for his family because he should be graduating from college.
Yep.
And how
thanks
hard
for
is it to
sharing.
see
That's
his
awesome.
best friend, So I
Right.
thought it was very moving, and it made me choke up the first time I read it too. So I'm just a crybaby.
And the second time. And you told me when you gave me the story
That I was gonna
you're
probably
choke up,
cry.
so it's okay. It's awesome. So, hey guys, today in history, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, boxer of all time, passed away in 2016, Muhammad Ali. So just think about that. He floated like butterfly, stung like a bee. He had pretty amazing career. He was an amazing person, and just kind of a cool thing to think about for today. So with that, we're going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you guys so much. Remember, go out, like, subscribe.
Thanks for
on our
hanging, guys. We
YouTube
appreciate it.
channel. Do that. Make fire. Go do something good for each other. Kind of like what her story just kind of mentioned.
Thanks for having fun with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having
Good
fun
time.
with
They
us.
made me
It was
chuckle
awesome.
several times.
Ian, come get a beer. Evan Haley, we miss you. With military first responders. Without you guys, we can't do any of this.
Could not.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Have a great night.
Cheers.
See you Friday. Ooh,
Friday.
Almost. Friday.
Friday.
Almost.
Couple more days.
Almost.
All right, guys. Later.
Bye.